watch
we ever
the
make a rule about the
Daytona duels here, preseason race. Getting ready to open the season next Saturday. First and second place will take the pole for Saturday's race, and as soon as we get to the action here coming up on the screen, we will have that along to you. Dale's Degenerates Racing League coming here live from Daytona International Speedway at the Daytona Duels. Still waiting for it to come up as we had a little bit of trouble getting onto the stream. And here we are now going down the backstretch. The race has already begun. And we will look to the front of the car, or excuse me, to the front of the field. And we'll ride along with the Biscuit here, actually back in the field a little bit as he was loose there down the back straightaway, but he's gotten it straightened out here coming into 3 and 4. Now he's going to come out of 4 into the tri-oval and cross the start-finish line. We'll check up towards the front of the field to see who's leading early here. If we can...
Who's in the 21?
Right along here with the 88 as he's running in the third place. He goes to the high side to help the 73. Now the 73 gets shuffled out, and now into the wall he goes. 88 gets pushed up against the wall as well, and now they go 3 wide down the back straightaway. 88 still sticking to the outside lane. The 07, the 21, and the 3 all linked up. Right behind him is the 24. He's going to make a move, and now somebody gets shuffled up there in the middle and pushes the 88 up the racetrack. And that's going to clear the door for the leader, but you wonder if he gets out too big of a lead. If the 3 gets a big draft on him coming down the front straightaway, if he can make a run on the outside. And now the 3 is going to take the lead, and the 88 right behind him as somebody went down below the apron that looked like the leader. And now the 3 car is going to be in the lead with the 88 right behind him in tow.
Hey, just stay behind me. We're going to catch them. They're racing hard up here.
3 cars up front. The rest of the field, few car lengths back from these 3 leaders. And they're going to get a big run coming off of turn 4. And they're going to get up here to the leaders eventually. If these leaders aren't going to be able to link up and get a good push. As we see the 30 get behind the 88, and now he's going to push the 3 down the front straightaway. And now the 88 looks to the outside.
No.
Oh, you wanted me to go beneath you?
Had no help, and then
now
they're going to fall back single line, but here comes that second pack catching the front 3 cars as they go down the back straightaway.
Go high, Jose, go high.
Riding along with the 88. And now we've got the 32 car and looks like the 21 down into the grass. That's going to shuffle them out of the mix as they made contact there coming into turn 3. 3 car still out front with the 30 in second position. The 38 right behind them. Single file line back. The first 4 cars back. Now the 24 looks to the outside of the first 3 cars. The 88 comes in to make a move, and now he's going to fall back behind the 24, and the 3 still out front as they come out of turn 2. Single file line. Now the 14 outside. 24 goes high. See if they get any help outside. Now the 00 jumps up there with them as well. A lot of shuffling back and forth in between the inside and outside. Nobody really establishing a lane except the first 3 or 4 cars up front. 88's catching the draft, and now he's going to get to the back bumper of the third place car. Now he's going to be down below the yellow line, and he's going to get shuffled out here. As now they're going to get even closer here. The 3, the 38. Let's see who that is up there. 14's made his way into the mix as they go into turn 1. 3 car still holds the advantage as he's holding the line down close to the double yellow line.
Here. Let's roll.
38 got shuffled out of the mix there. Now he's going to drop back to about the 6th position. Now the 88 looks to the outside. Excuse me, that's not the 88. The 3 car got hung out to dry. The rest of the pack went up high, and that left the 3 car with no help down low. Now here comes the 38, and somebody gets turned around. Got a big wreck back behind the 3. And the 38 somehow saved it And he's going to stay behind the 3, but a huge wreck back behind the leaders.
I was about to throw my controller through the screen if that caution didn't come out. I'm going to tell you that right now.
The 30 and the 3 and the 38.
On like a Newman.
The first 3 cars, the 38 almost caught up in that accident. Got clipped in the back quarter panel, but didn't spin around, kept it straight. And he's going to end up in the 3rd position, I do believe, is where he was at when the caution came out. Big wreck back behind the leaders here.
Man, that was good racing up front though for a little bit.
Man, I got wiped out. I got wiped the fuck out.
All right, here we go.
That fucking pit came.
Yeah.
Our stage is on.
Right.
No,
getting ready to go back green here. We'll go right along with the 24. He takes the inside line of 30 outside of him, and the 3 right behind the 24. He's going to give him a push down the front straightaway as they enter turn 1. After the green flag restart, the bottom line looks to be better connected than the top line. They get shuffled out. No help up top for the 30. 24 looks to slide up in front of him, and now the 30 is going to have a little bit of help.
Jose, you're lagging pretty good, dude.
As they've got 3 or 4 cars now in that outside line making a push.
Just hang back there.
I am.
And now they look to take the lead from the 24 as he's going to clear him here in turn 3 and 4, but the 24 looks to make a run back to the 30 and can't get there. 38 and the 30 will clear the 24 off of turn 4, and that's going to open the door for the 30 to lead this race. The 00 and the 3 working on the 24 now as he gets shuffled back into the mix.
Come on, 00, stay up there.
And now the 24 looking to the inside of the 38. He's going to try to take that position back to work his way back up there to the lead, the back bumper of the 30. Big time drafting coming into play here. Of course, at Daytona, if you get in that draft, you're going to be better than the other cars around you. And that's why we see some of these cars, they get out single in 1 car or 2 cars, and they have a hard time catching these leaders. But you get 3 cars linked up, and they can make a good run, even if it's on the outside. If you get 3 cars against 1 going into the turn, you can make that outside line work. 30 car still holds the advantage, keeping the 24 at bay for the moment as they run single file into turn 1. 24 right to the back bumper of the 30, followed right behind him is the 3 as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch. The 22 just to the outside of the 3. See if he tries to make a move. Now the 24 and the 3 is going to jump up high, and that's going to leave the 30 hung out to dry with no help coming behind him. The 22's a little bit far back, but that's going to give the run to the 24 and the 3. But the 30 somehow let that inside line catch up just enough that he maintained that position, and now the 24 and the 3 is going to get shuffled back. As they cross the start-finish line, the 30 car still holding the advantage.
Hey, whoever's last, I'll push you. Oh, he's in the Toyota, damn it. Can't hear me.
The 30, the 21, and the 38 all linked together, single file right behind them. And now the 00 looks to the outside, but he's going to jump back in to the inside. Now the 00 gets up to 3rd as the 38 got pushed up. He took the high line, and now the 32 right behind them in the 4th position, looking for any kind of move to get underneath the 00. Again, the inside line is the preferred line, and now the 21 forced down below the yellow line by the 00. Now they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. 3 wide into the corner. Now a car sideways. We'll see if he can hold it off of the wall. He gets into the wall, but it looked like that may have been the 24 that got into the outside wall.
Oh, let's go, Desert.
Yep.
I passed him below the yellow, but he was kind of in a wreck.
21 all alone now as he's running the high line of the racetrack. He'll look to fall back in line in that single file
run. I'm going to push you.
30 car still with the advantage. The 32's made his way up to second. The 3 right behind him. The top 3 cars.
Yeah, he said double low.
You got the 30, the 32, the 3, and it's going to be the 38. The first 4 cars, the 14 right behind him. The first 5 grouped together as they come down the back straightaway, and they're starting to pull away from this lead pack as they stay single file entering turn 3. Seen a lot of moves early in this race. Now they're going to go side by side. The 32's looking to the outside. He's got help with him. The 14 and the 38. Now the 30 comes up to make a block on the 32. The 3 is the only car down.
Damage. I don't need to be front.
Oh, I got you.
And now the first 4 cars are going to be on the inside line. The 32 slipped back to third, and he's going to be shuffled back to the back part of this mix with the 14 going to clear the 32 there. 32 got shuffled out. He had a little bit of help going to the outside with him, but as he started to go around the leader, the other 2 cars jumped back down to the inside line, and that left him and the 14 all out by themselves. 30 car defending that yellow line. Each lap they go by, not wanting to let 1 inch be given away here. Top 5 cars have pulled away from this lead pack.
Coming inside.
I see you, bud. I see you.
The 30, the 38, the 3, the 32, and the 14 single file as they go down the back straightaway. We'll check back with the leaders in just a few moments, but we're going to check further back into the field. And we're looking here now at the 21, the 28, and the 9. Now, remember, the 21 was just up there with the leaders just a few laps ago and had a little bit of misfortune, got shuffled back, and he's lost this lead draft. They're the second pack back from the leaders as the 9 and the 21 go to the inside. And that's going to open the door for the 9 to take that position away from the 28. And 24 came up onto the track. The 28 did everything he could there to avoid hitting him. And big caution avoided there by the 28 as he quickly got out of the way.
Yeah, I got
There's the
hell
24
out
was
of the way
coming out of the pits. He would have sent the 24 to the moon had he hit him. The 24 was going at snail pace, and the 28 was just flying. If he hits him in the back,
Go ahead, man.
they're going to land on Mars. Riding here with the 30, as he's got just a little bit of a lead out front of the leaders. And now this pack going to catch back up to the back bumper, and they're going to have a big run, but the 30 car protecting the inside line. And nothing doing there is the 30's not giving any room there to get around. If 2 or 3 cars jump out of line here to try to go around the leader, it's be interesting to see what he'll try to do to block that run, because if these cars get a big run coming up, if you go try to block and those cars are already there, you potentially take yourself out of the race. Still riding along with the leaders as they cross the start-finish line and come out of the tri-oval, going down into turn 1. 30 car down in turn 1, 38, or excuse me, 30 car in the lead, 38 right behind him, the 3 car right behind him, and now the 14 and the 32 are going to look to the outside, see if they can't make it work, but nothing doing. They're going to jump back down to the inside, and just a matter of numbers there, as it was 3 cars on the inside, 2 on the outside, and just didn't have a big enough run coming off of that corner to get any momentum going down the backstretch. Bumpers locked here as they cross the start-finish line. The 30 still in the lead. 38 and the 3 tucked tight to his bumper. The 14 and the 32 right behind them, still single file as they go through the corner.
Oh, shit. Long.
Now they're going to get shuffled back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
and went 3 wide for
Sorry,
just a
Walt.
moment, and that's going to open the
You didn't
door
do
for the
anything, buddy.
32 to get up to the 4th position
No, like you went
as the
high and I
14
had
gets
the
shuffled
inside,
back
man. I didn't.
to the 5th spot.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry.
We need more cars.
Sometimes, you know, when you get off exit and it gets a little swervy and you just get shoved up. That's what kind of happened there. A little tight.
We'll check with the 88 as we ride along with him. The 00 now going inside of the 88 as the 53 in front of both of these cars. As the 88 and the 00 run side by side, but the 00 is going to clear him going into turn 1. So it's going to be the 53, the 00, and the 88 as they go into 1 and 2.
Oh, Jay Swink got it.
As we ride along here with the 53, the 00, and the 88 going into 3 and 4. Again, the leaders have about 5 cars up there in that lead pack, and that's going to pull them away from any other cars around them. But the next car I see on the screen here is looks like it's just one single car, and there's a single car back behind these 3.
Yeah.
And not sure if he's close enough to catch that draft, but I suspect that these 3 cars here will catch this car in front of him.
Yep, next lap.
And just a few laps, if they can hold this draft together. Check back on the leaders here as the 30 car still holds the advantage. The 14's moved all the way up to second place. The 38 and the 32 behind him, and now the 3 rides in the 5th position. A lot of moving going on through the 2nd through the 5th spot, but the 1st spot has not changed. The 30 has not given up the lead. Nobody can seem to find a way to get a run to get by the 30. And
I don't want to rear end you, so I'm just going to ease
we'll
on
see
the
here.
throttle.
The 38 kind of lays back off of the 14. Wonder if he's going to be pitting this time, maybe, or he's trying to get a run there on the 14. And we'll see the leaders come off of the racetrack to pit road. So first pit stops of this race coming here as we see the first 5 cars come in under green flag. And again, we had that one caution earlier.
I bought my tape up to 45, man.
Pretty sure that most of the cars here in the field got tires and gas in. So all of the cars in the field should be on the same pit cycle, with the exception of 1, maybe 2 cars that had to come in for damage or an early stop. Remember, we saw the 24 come out of the pits and nearly got moon rocketed by the 28. So he had an early pit stop. Maybe he can get 1 or 2 of those laps back as we see the leaders here exit pit road and get back out on the track. The 30 still holds the lead. Got off pit road first, but he's going to be out there all by himself with the 14 and the 3 behind him. Now, if the 38 can catch the 14 and the 3, that'll give them 3 cars trying to catch the leader. But even the 14 and the 3 getting up there to the 30, they're going to have a huge run coming up on him, and not sure what he can do to block that run if he's just going to have to give the lead up when they finally get up there. The 32 and the 38 a little bit further back,
drag your brake
off of the 2nd and the 3rd place car. 30 still holds the advantage right now, but the 3 and 14 are coming on. Again, they've got bumpers locked, and they're
brake a little bit.
going to be pushing up there for that lead. And now they do get up there to the leader, and they're going to catch him in the first turn. And if you're sitting in 2nd or 3rd place, that's probably the worst spot to catch the leader, because you have no momentum trying to go around him. You're going into the turn. If that happens down the back straightaway, there's nothing the leader can do except try to block it if he sees it coming.
Whoever is in 5th, drag your brake, dude.
But again, if the 14 or the 3 decide to go outside and the other decides to go with him and leaves the 30 hung out to dry, that's going to leave him driving more out of his rearview mirror than more so out of his windshield. to try to block some of these runs. And so far right now, they're going to stay connected single file down to the inside of turn 1 and turn 2.
Here, like 4. I'm up here with Jay Swint right now in 5th spot, right? Is it blue sky in here?
First 3 cars, the 30, the 14, and the 3.
You ain't drafting nobody.
Down in turn 1 and 2.
I'm with Jay
Excuse me,
Swint.
down in the 3 and 4.
Oh, well, there's somebody in
and
front
the 32
by his fucking self, and he won't drag the brake.
Oh,
I didn't know.
The 32 should be
So I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to
one
whoever.
of the first few cars back, probably in the
No, I know,
5th
man. I'm just
position.
making sure it wasn't you, like you needed help back there.
As we'll ride along here with the 32.
Well, I mean,
As he is in the 5th position, pushing the 38. He finally got up to the back bumper of the 38. And we'll see if they can get enough momentum to catch this front 3 cars. Now remember, all of these cars pitted together at the same time. The first 3 came out.
Blue sky.
And
yeah.
Drag your brake
the
a little
leader
bit. We got 3
had
cars
a
back
little
here.
bit
we push it to the front.
of a run.
Then we
on the leader.
32.
The 3 and the 14 got up to the back bumper of the 30, and that just left these other 2 cars hung out to be by themselves. We'll get back up here with the leaders. The first 3 cars, the 3, the 14, and the 30.
I gotta be the pusher because I'm lagging.
Still single file as now the 3 jumps to the outside. And he's going to be looking to take that position away from the 14, but he's going to have no help again. 3 cars. He's going to have the 14 decide to go to the outside or the inside to make a move on the 30 to be able to get around him here. I don't think with just 1 car you're going to be able to get that much of a run to get around these other 2 cars.
Yeah, he said go low.
But again, if you do back off just a little bit and try to create a run, you may be able to get enough momentum to take 1 position at a time if we get down to the end of this race and you're sitting in 3rd.
Hey, Commander, if you want to drag your brake.
You guys are like 8 seconds behind us. Nah, I'm tagging along with Jay Smith right now.
Checking back with the 21 here as we ride along down the back straightaway. Not sure what position he's in. The cars are kind of spread out throughout the field, but we see him riding along with the 28 and the 88, and I'm trying to see who that other car is. The 9 car. So we've got the 28, the 9, the 21, and the 88 coming across the start-finish line now. And single file as they go down into turn 1. 28 leading this pack of cars. And now the 21 looks to the inside of the 9. The 88's going to jump up with the 9. But the 21's going to take that position away from him and get to the back bumper of the 28. And now we see the 24, who's on his own pit cycle out here in the middle of no man's land, coming down pit road now. And again, the leaders pitted about 5 or 6 laps ago. The 24 coming down pit road now for his 2nd stop of the day. Right here with the 14 as he's 2nd place in these first 3 cars. The 30, the 14, and the 3. And the 3 again looks to the outside. Nothing doing there as he's going to have to get back behind the 14 and catch that draft again. And again, you wonder if he's getting maybe a run and not really wanting to run into the back of the 14 and cause any issues here to the back of the 14 or the nose of his car, or if he's just trying to make a look to the outside to see if something is available. And again, maybe it may not be that he's trying to get by the 14 so much right now as he's trying to see what his options are maybe later in the race as the race comes down to the end. 30 car still out front, led most of the laps in this race so far up to this point, and not wanting to give that position up as the 14 gets a little bit loose right there, goes up the racetrack, slides to the middle of the corner, but he's going to stay right there back on the back bumper of the 30 as they come out of 4 and come into the tri-oval.
I got a pit.
Who's that?
Let's see, we'll ride along
Been a
here
car.
with the 53 and the 00 riding together
Bar right front.
as they
Going
come
next time.
out of turn 4 here into the tri-oval. 53 leading the 00 to the start-finish line. We'll ride along with the 1. We hadn't talked about him much. He's been kind of shuffled out back by himself. No help around him. We see 2 cars a little bit further back from him. And looks like that's going to be the 24. As we see the 9 car. I believe that was the 9.
There's the
Yeah,
9.
the 9's coming down pit road. Or excuse me, he's down the back straightaway under the apron.
Did you blow the tire or no? Or the 21 took you out?
21 took me out.
I'm not sure what's going on here. He's coming to pit road. Wonder if he has some kind of issue, a blown tire, maybe run out of gas. Not sure, but he lost a lot of speed there. Now we see him go to the inside of the wall. He hit the inside barrier really, really hard there as he was trying to get into pit road. If he didn't have reverse gear, the nose of that car would be stuck in the inside barrier. That's how hard he hit it.
I know.
What'd you
How
say?
many laps of fuel you have?
I got 5.
Right along with the 32 here
All right, let me know when you're pitting.
as
Okay, I will.
he's right
Yeah,
tucked
let
up
me know
next
when
to
you
the
guys are
38
pitting.
car.
TCW.
Okay.
Been riding
I'm
along
right in
here
front of you.
with the 32
How
and
many
the
laps you
38
got left,
Win.
Commando?
Huh?
as
Hey,
they're
left,
the
you got
first
left,
2
Commander.
cars back from the top 3 leaders here.
4.
32's
I got
all
now.
over the back of the 38 here
Yeah. Okay.
as they go into 3 and 4.
All right.
If the 32 gets any closer, he's going to come out with a brown nose as he's all in the back of the 38.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
The 00, now we follow along with him. And he's doing the same thing to the car in front of him as the 32 did to the 38.
This is going to make me wreck.
But instead of the 32 and the 38, now they've got 3 cars here. We'll call it a threesome. The 12, the 00, and the 53. All in a line as they go down into turn 1. Maybe they should swap out, let one or another take a bump at that 17 car.
Shakers and Biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wins our pit.
We ride with the 30, the 14, and the 3.
Two more laps.
I got 3 right now.
At this point in the race, the 30 should feel violated. The 14 and the 3 has not got off of his back bumper yet.
Yeah, just switched to 2 there. I don't think
This announcer's awesome, man.
Hey,
This
21,
should
am I
be
still
domestic
lagging a lot or
violence
not?
as they go down the back straightaway
I've
into
got
turn
3
3 and
laps
4.
right now left.
I'll have to go next time by.
The 3 car's nose is all beat up, and that's from banging the back of the 14. He's going to get a battery charge if he keeps hitting him any harder as they go into the turns.
Yeah, he was about to pit that a lot. Yeah.
And now the 30 is going to get off of the 14. It's about time. He won't catch a charge for that one,
All right.
as they're still the first 3 cars
I'm over there
Next lap, come on.
on
Next
this
lap.
lead pack.
Next lap.
Yeah, when you get
Yeah,
to pit
next
road,
lap.
pit.
And now the 30, the 14, and the 3 going below the
this
yellow
lap,
line
I
as they're
mean,
going to catch the lap
This
traffic
lap,
here
this lap, Commander,
as they
this lap.
catch the
All
1.
right, gotcha. Me and Jay Swinner messing around.
Guys, are we pitting this lap?
The
Yeah,
30,
I
the
gotta
4,
go.
and the 3 just ran right back into the 14. He hit him again hard as he could. The nose of that car is just crushed. He's going to wind up with an abuse charge and wind up in prison if he hits him like that again. The 14 should have no back bumper. We're talking about the last 3 laps. The 3 has been all over the back of the 14, just slamming into him. And then as they come off of turn 4 into the pits, he just rammed up the back of the 14. 14 should feel so violated right now. As we're going to get off of pit road so we don't have to watch this violence anymore. We'll ride with the 24. He's all out by his lonesome. He's got no friends around to help him. Hopefully he can run out of gas to get to pit road to catch all the other leaders.
Are you guys ready? Because I'm coming out of pit road with y'all.
Yeah, we got to go together.
I stopped right there at the pit.
So we're going to get out of this party. I've had a little bit of fun. I'm sure they've heard me. Let's see if we can get in the other party and have a little bit of fun with them. This is a no points race, so this one's going to be a little bit more lighthearted, not as serious. We'll take these points races a lot more serious. And we've joined the other lobby that we have here now as we ride back along here with the 88. The 88 riding right behind the 28. As they go down the back straightaway, the 32 right in front of the 28 as they enter turn 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, the 32 leads the 28 and the 88 to the start-finish line as they come down the tri-oval to get to turns 1 and 2. 32 still out front. He's going to hold the bottom line. The 88's going to go high. Nothing doing up there as he's going to drop back to the inside line and get back behind the 28 and catch his draft. We see the 07 on pit road. Not sure if he's pitting. And as we ride along with the 14 and the 30 here, wonder what happened to the 3 as he was right there alongside the 30 and the 14. And now he's lost that draft as he's going into turn 3 and turn 4 right here. And again, we had to pause the screen for a second, so not sure what happened to the 3. Let's see what party he's in, see if we can get him on there. No, don't tell me it kicked me out. Ah. Golly. Oh, yes.
Let's try.
Wait, what position you in, DC?
All right, so we're at 46 of 80 laps. We got kicked from the broadcast coverage right there. Not sure what happened. Whoever got mad kicked us off. And
Oh, shit.
had to get signed back in somehow to catch the end of this race. Not sure what happened there. Got kicked off somehow. But right before the break there, we saw the 30 and the 14 running 1-2, and the 3 was nowhere to be found. Now, I'm not sure what happened as our broadcast coverage got cut short, but I'm not sure.
Are we going by him?
As we ride with the 14 and the 30 again right here. See the 3 is nowhere around. They were running the 30, the 14, and the 3.
That yellow line, man.
And as we
He's going to try to block.
were watching
Yeah, it don't matter. Well, we'll figure that out here once we
the
get
race
by
right
him.
before they took pit stops,
And I'm going to say go.
the 3 ran right into the back of the 14. Now I'm wondering if he's not in prison for assault, as he just clobbered the back of the 14. And that may be the reason he's not here right now. 14 going down the back straightaway all over the 30. He looks to the outside to make a pass. And now they're going to go side by side into turn 3 and 4. The 14 looking to the outside of the 30. If the 14 can get up there and get alongside of him and side draft and get in front of him, but it's not going to happen. The 30 clears him coming off a 4.
Yep.
I thought maybe the 14 would go around the 30 high in 3 and 4, and then when he got midway through the turn, just come down and chop his nose off like he was cutting onions. Just take him out. If he can't get around him, he hadn't been able to get around him the whole race. The 30 has led most of these laps. And I'm going to tell you, if I was the 14 and I got to run like that to the outside, I'm cutting his nose off, because if I can't beat him, I'm eliminating him, because he can't beat me if I've taken him out of the race, and I would take him out in a heartbeat. He's driving Tony Stewart's old car. Tony Stewart was not scared to take you out. And now he's going to get to the rear quarter panel of the 30. And he still won't turn down into it. Why are you not putting him through the grass right now? I won't understand it. Do not understand it. You can have the lead if you just turn left. That's the name of NASCAR, is turn left, take him out. And you're not on a road course. You don't have to turn right. You turn left right now, Bubby. You got the lead, and he's into the grass, into the catch fence.
That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm in road course mode.
14's just not in his wits right now, as all he's got to do is turn a little bit sharper left when he gets into the turns, take that 30 right out of this race, and the race is all his. We saw we got down into 20 laps to go.
Well, I'm staying low. He's going to let us go. Yep. He's going to let us.
As we'll ride back with a couple of the others, I'm having too much fun with this. The 12, the 53, and the 00. We see them still banging on a threesome back here down the back straightaway, as they haven't been able to break up. They're going to catch one car and maybe make it a foursome if they can't get around him. They go into 3 and 4. The 12 still leading.
Let's pit together,
all right? Because
we're catching them.
Give me a number. Let me know.
And 4 laps.
Huh?
Let me see when it changes.
We'll ride with TCW 1987.
Hey, when you're ready, just
let's check with
below the yellow line.
The 14 car and see if
I'll let you back in. Just
see if we can get his comments on this. Golly, you got to be kidding. Get back in this section.
You're right, get your ass up here.
Hey, Commando TC.
We'll see how many laps are left here.
Say what?
You guys doing the same thing we talked about the last time?
Hey, we got 33 to go, Michael.
52 of 80 laps here. As I got
about the tires?
booted from the broadcast again. Not sure why that's happening. Maybe it's this controller that I'm using.
About the tires, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we can catch up with the 14 as soon as we get back to the broadcast coverage.
I must have missed.
Tell you what, we'll go ahead and get the 3 on here as well.
Remember?
May not be able to get the 3 on.
By the way, I did my tape, man.
Yo.
14, this is Mike. You got me?
Yeah.
Man, the 3 was just violating you all over the track there and ran you really hard down into the pits. And I got booted off the coverage, so I wasn't able to see what was really going on there. But he ran you really hard into the pits, messed the front of his car up, and now he's lost the draft. What was happening there with the 3?
I guess we've got to put the condom on and put some KY jelly on that bitch. Me and my 30 teammate, my 4 teammate, we're running away with this bitch.
Well, I was saying earlier to, I guess everybody, if y'all are able to hear me, but to myself more than anything, you are on an oval course. This is not a road course. If you turn left like you're supposed to on this oval course, you get around him. But if you turn a little bit more left, you take him out of the race, and the race is all yours. Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, but, being a captain of the 4 team, I can't take my man out.
One more time.
Got a lot of faith in Jay Cuz leading.
So, I do have a quick question for you. You mentioned there's 2 Fords running up front. If it were a Toyota or a Chevy, would you take them out?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I appreciate you answering that. I'll go over to the Toyota and Chevy broadcast now and let them know if the 14 gets around them, they will take them out. So I appreciate you. Appreciate you talking to us. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right, I'm pitting this time power. Okay.
Are we pitting?
And we go back to the coverage. The 30 and the 14 go down into the pits.
When we come down here on this,
as
right now.
we ride along here with the leaders. 30 gets into the pits along with the 14. We talked to the 14, had a little bit of fun with him, and it's always good to have a race like this where everything's kind of loose and you're racing for something. I mean, this is going to be for the pole for Saturday's race, but again, this is a fun race, a way to relax and have a good time. And if you're not one of those top cars, well, you're just riding around putting down qualifying laps, and that's your fault because you should have stayed up front.
TC, if you guys can pick me up, I'll hop right on.
But nonetheless, it looks like the 14 and the 30 are going to take off with the pole position. If they don't spin each other out
I'll be right with
here in this race, they will have the top 2 spots. So everybody else is just basically riding around wasting gas and tires, and I'm not sure what the logic is behind that one.
Then TCW, how the hell you got out so fast?
Right along here with someone else. We rode with the 30 and the 14 so long my eyes are burning from looking at that terrible paint scheme on the 30.
Hey, one, drag the brake a little bit.
That hurts.
The 28 here riding alongside each other right now. The one gets into the wall all on his own. And I'm wondering what's happening with that. Nobody was around him. The one just strictly drove up into the wall.
Hey, one.
And
can you come back and pick us up? It's 3 versus 2. We go get them.
Coming. Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be coming. I'd be dropping.
Now here's an interesting thing. The 28, I don't believe was in the.
I'm gonna hit you a little bit, Jose, because I'm coming quick.
I got you.
There you go.
If I lag, let me know. I'll push.
Yeah,
the 28 was with those other.
Because I don't want to.
Other cars. The 21 at one point, not sure what happened there. If he got shuffled out in pit cycles or what the issue is there for the 28. But he's riding side by side with the one right now.
Slow down, Commander. I'm gonna push him.
And
You're gonna push him.
Kind of wondering here. The one just cleared the 28 off the high side, and if I were the 28 or the 1 and I heard any part of this broadcast, I'd be worried about that 3 getting to my bumper because he's going to violate you when he gets up there. You just asked the 14 about that one.
I'm going to bump you guys.
Yep.
Are we holding the yellow?
Yeah. Hold on to that yellow line.
And now we see the 3 get a taste of his own medicine as we ride along with him as he's going to be violated up the rear end by the 88. 88 drove it hard into the turn there and went straight up the 3's back bumper. And the 32 just drove it in for good measure. And he pounded the 88 back into the 3. That's a tight squeeze there. 32 got into the 88 there hard to drive it up to 3. And I bet the 3 don't like that. So if the 48, or excuse me, if the 14 and the 3 can talk to each other, I'm sure the 14's giving him an earful on how it feels.
This fucks up, man.
14, just clear the air. I hope I didn't fucking destroy your friend.
I'm going to have to talk to the 3 car. I've been hard on him all night, but he's been hard on everybody else. And kind of worried about him having a hard on after this race as much as he's driven up the rear end of everybody else.
Might need to talk to a doctor the last more than 3 hours.
Yeah, oh my.
Notice he's driving the Realtree car and not the Viagra car like Mark Martin used to. That tells me he does not have erectile dysfunction.
Right.
But if you've got ED, you can talk to your doctors. And if it lasts longer for 4 hours, you better consult a doctor. At least that's what the Viagra commercials used to say anyway. I took Viagra one time.
Calling more girls.
This car is ghosted in front of TCW. Holy shit.
These, I'm going to get a little bit serious here and
I can see
had a
him on
little
my
bit
screen.
had a little bit of fun, but we're going to get serious as the 3 shoves the 88 down below the yellow line. But this 3-car pack, the 3, the 32, and the 88 has caught the 28 car.
Get inside, Commander. Come on.
That's been pushing the 1, and now the 28 is going to go high, and that's going to open the door for the 3. As he's going to look to the inside of the 28, the 32 to the outside of the 3. He's going to side draft, and now the 3 is going to lose position back behind the 88. And good God Almighty, it's 4 cars in front of the 3 now. This has not been good. If you've been watching all night with us, anybody that the 3's been behind, he's been terrible to be in front of. And now he's back behind 4 cars. If any one of them messes up and hits the brakes, it's going to be a catastrophe.
Tell me when you're clear.
Not yet.
And now the 3's going to work his way inside of the 28 and the 1. He did that a little bit cleaner, and he's been working inside of anybody else all night long. That was the cleanest that we've seen the 3 work all night. I just like his name, man. Sum Ting Wong. That's
right?
Yeah.
That's a great name, man. I like it.
Getting there.
But
last lap, you know what we're talking
we'll
about.
have to interview him after this race is over.
Yeah.
And
Hey, if
he's been hearing any of these, I'm sure he thinks that we've just got something out for him right now. But I just picked out 1 car and went with it. And just happened to be the 3 car. I don't like Austin Dillon anyway, so it all works out.
Together, we're catching them. Little by little, we're catching them.
Yeah, we are.
But this
they are catching up.
5-car tandem here, the 32, the 88, the 3, the 28, and the 1 has made this work, and they've linked up together, looking like little linked sausages as they go down the racetrack. But they're making progress on the cars ahead of them.
We've got 3 Fords right here, 1, 2, 3.
As we ride back up with the 30 and the 14. See if we can get the 30 on the broadcast and talk to him. 30 car, this is Mike. You got me?
What's up, man?
Whoa.
Lag.
I lagged, right?
Well, it's
Switch it.
been leading a lot of laps here in the race.
As soon as you guys catch me, go.
Everything that you've been doing seems to work for you, as you've been able to keep everybody that's got up to your rear bumper at bay.
Go.
Is there any difficulty you're having
Go.
trying to keep the 14 behind you at this moment?
No, that's a teammate, man. We're getting that. We're checking out. Trying to, anyways.
Just looks like your car's so strong. It's been dominant in front of 1 car, in front of 2 cars, even in front of 4 cars. And just not letting anybody get around you. Anybody that had a run, you've been able to block it. The 14 looks to be the only car in contention. Are you worried about him making a run to try to pass you for the win, or y'all content running 1 and 2?
As long as we got the distance, we can run side by side to the finish. Don't matter.
You're not going to have the distance.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us, and we'll catch you later at the end of this race. We're going to go check in on the 3 car. I've been giving him a lot of trouble all night.
Here we go. I'm waiting.
Something wrong. You got me?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, I'm not sure if you can hear the broadcast, but I've been giving you a lot of grief all night.
Oh, I hear you.
It's
I'm
I really
for you.
I really just not really singling you out. Hope you don't take anything personal by it. I just picked one car, the first car that I saw, and went with it.
I get it. I got the funny username. I got it.
But tell me, we'll get away from the funny stuff right now, but tell me a little bit about how your car's handling and working in and out of traffic.
Well, car feels good. Every pit stop, it's going in the right direction. My pit crew's a little bit slow, so they're probably going to be fired after this race for making me lose the draft from the front 2, but we'll get over that once we get some new crew members.
They're putting on that KY jelly.
Well, if there's anything that that I can say, it's man, I have been giving you grief all night. I was expecting you to just go totally berserk on me.
But, I didn't go berserk on you.
But we do appreciate you talking to us and being honest about your pit crew. We'll see if we can get you some new guys there for this next race.
We're going to ship them off to J Cuz or TCW. I think TCW wants them.
I got to.
All right. Well,
I got to pit, boys. I accidentally
we're
took 6 hours on that.
We're gonna take the heat off of you. We're not gonna be on you as much anymore. So we appreciate you taking the time with us, and look forward to the end of this race.
See you, bud.
Thank you.
Hey, Cuz, one more.
And we'll ride back along with the 30 and the 14 here.
Yeah, I didn't know when to go. I didn't know to go with them or not.
They're still running 1 and 2. The 14
I had to. I didn't
discontent running right behind the 30, and hadn't seen him really make a move to the outside or to the inside to try to take the lead away. Again, if you get to the inside or the outside and you get tangled up, you're going to take not only you, but possibly you and your Ford teammate out of this
Same. I got 3 as well.
Race. And again, while we're sitting here having fun and cracking jokes, and I've been on the 3 all night.
We beat them to the pit road.
And it's been a really fun race. We also remember that as we see the 28 coming back out onto the track off of pit road, pit cycle starting to cycle through now. But this is a race for the pole for this Saturday's race. So again, while it is lighthearted and it is a lot of fun, there's a lot of things here at stake. As we saw the 14 there try to go to the inside of the 30, and again you get up there to the inside of him, and one mistake could take both you and the other driver out of contention.
Like I was wondering where he's going to head to.
Stop mirror driving.
Who?
How many laps,
TCW?
Commando?
I went low.
Commando.
And the biggest pack that we're seeing on the track right now is the 32, the 3, the 88, and the 1.
Looking at UTCW,
that's a 4-car tandem as they've lost that 5th car's lost that draft of those top 4 cars.
All right,
and we see the 1 peek to the outside, and he's going to fall back in line as they go down the back straightaway here. 32 leads them down the back straightaway into turn 3.
Right? Yep.
Go.
Yep. Yes,
32, the 3, the 88, and the 1. All single file. The 1 lays off a little bit of the 88. And as they come down to the tri-oval.
Oh, fuck.
And we see the 3 got shuffled out or something happened. The rest of the cars came to the pits, and I'm not sure if the 3 was going to deke them out there and try to go out and get another lap on his pit stop, or if he just missed pit road. But nonetheless, the 3 misses pit road, and the other 3 cars are going to be able to make their stops here, the 32, the 1, and the 88. So we'll see if we can't find the 3 and see where he's riding and ride along with him. There's something wrong. got a good feeling that me and him are going to be really good friends in this season here.
All by yourself out there?
As
Miss Pit Road.
if there's one thing about it, I've given him the most grief tonight, and that exempts him from the rest of the races. I've got to find other people to get on as much as I've got on him. So he's going to be clear after tonight's races. We see him come down pit road, and I'm sure the way it appears that with him coming down pit road this time by is that he just missed pit road the first time. We'll check with him in just a few moments and see. But we'll shuffle back through some other drivers here.
Who's behind Jay Cuss at the start-finish line? Somebody here? No?
We'll ride with JM COVID 20. What a name to have right now, man. COVID is really, really bad. Really bad.
Yep.
TC.
Trying to find a cure. There's going to be a cure very quick. Very quick.
Yeah,
We've got the top doctors in the world on it.
Yeah, it's all right.
And we're going to open the country soon, very soon. But COVID's a terrible name to have right now. Terrible pandemic. We'll catch up with COVID now and ask him what's up with that name. COVID, this is Donald Trump. You got me?
I think he's in the other chat.
COVID, can you hear me? This is Donald Trump. Do you have me? He's not here. He's not here. Just like COVID, he's the invisible enemy. Invisible enemy. We can't see him. He's got to be in the other chat. Scared of the Trump.
Jose, I locked
doing
up
great
the
stuff
brakes
here
on
at this
that entry
race.
there.
Doing great stuff. Let's look through this party. Yeah, he's going to be in the other party, so we're going to go over here and mess with him a little bit. Gonna unmute this here. COVID 20. This is Donald Trump. You got me? Man, what a terrible name to have right now in this pandemic. Why that you would have this name, I'm not sure. We're going to get a vaccine to get you out of this race very quick. Very, very quick. Got some of the best people in the world working on it. We'll have this race over very quickly. Much more quickly than we anticipated. But terrible name, and just wanted to tell you that. Don't care what you think about it. We're not going to interview you. You don't deserve an interview. You're fake news. But just wanted to let you know that your name is terrible. Bad things happening in the world right now because of COVID. And not only are you a terrible virus, but you're a terrible race car driver. Not up there in the lead. Hadn't been in the lead all night. No, man, just having a little bit of fun. If I'm not sure if you can hear me. I've been in the other party a little bit more. They've had a little bit more guys over there, but I'm not sure if you can hear the broadcast. But I've been on the 3 all night. He's dang, you just got put in the wall. Who's that put you in the wall? Okay. Well, on my screen, so you're going to have to stop for pit stops here soon, right? Well, how far are you? How far are you back? What position are you? I got you. Well, how many laps do you have left, if you don't mind? All right. Well, like I said, just having a little bit of fun with you, and I was picking on the 3 driver a lot in that other lobby, so I had to get somebody from this lobby, and just figured. But just figured I'd pick on you a little bit, but no, I've been kind of going back in between, kind of being serious about it and having a lot of fun since this is a non-points race, but should be down to 2 laps left or 3. All right.
2-lap shootout. Great.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us. We'll go back to the leaders here as we'll ride here with the 30, and that's the 14 going to look to the outside of the 30. The 32 is going to shuffle the 30 out. The first time we've seen him lose his lead, he's been bumped out of the way. The 53 right alongside him. He's going to be in the 5th position, if I'm not mistaken here. But nonetheless, the 14 up in the lead now, as the first time that the 14's been able to get by the 30. And again, that's a
better strategy Saturday for sure.
Ford teammates. There's the 32 along with the 14 now. These front 2 cars have got out to about a 6 or 7 car length advantage above the next 3. The 88's right back up there. Well, that looks like the 88. Let me see. It's that's the 30, the 88, and the 53. And now they're going to look to the outside. The 30 is going to make a strong move back to the outside of the 14, as they should be racing for position. The 14 still holds the inside, got the 32 behind him. And now we'll see who the 53 jumps up to help. Will he go down with his 2 Ford teammates? Will he get back inside? And now they come down the back straightaway. It should be 1 to go. As we come down the back straightaway for the final time, the 14 still with the advantage. The 32 giving him a push. The 88 to the back bumper of the 30. The 53 alongside them, but the 14 still out front by about 2 or 3 car lengths. Now the 32 comes up and tries to give him a push, but we see the 88 get shuffled out. The 14 going to be able to hold off the 30 and the 32.
Charles going to wreck the whole field. Biscuit win that thing?
As the 14 crosses the start-finish line, what a race back to the start-finish line for the 14 and the 30. Not sure who else was up there in contention other than those 2 cars, but the 14 doing all he could to hold both lines, make his car 2 lines wide back behind him. And he comes away with the victory here. A great race coming down to the end of it. Again, we told you earlier that this is a fun race, and it's I've been taking things lighthearted and been cracking a lot of jokes, but 14 comes away with a pole victory here after tonight's Daytona duels in front of the 30 car. 2 Fords going to be starting the Daytona 500, 1 and 2 on the first row coming this Saturday. But what a race back to the front of it. As we told you, this was for the pole. So a little bit of seriousness along with this. And what a race there. We'll see if we can't get with the 14 and talk to him and get his thoughts on that race. "14, this is Mike. You got me?" 14, this is Mike. You got me?
Other lobby.
All right. I appreciate that, guys. We'll see if we can't talk to the 14 here. 14, this is Mike. You got me?
qualifying. I don't give a shit. The actual race starts at like almost
14. This is Mike in the booth. You got me?
Who?
14.
Yeah.
14. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just want to say congratulations on the pole there. Really good race coming off of 4 there at the end. What'd you have to do to hold those cars off behind you?
I just rode in the middle. To be honest, saw Cuz have a run on the high side, and right there, I knew Cuz had a fast car going all night. Led all but 3 laps of the race. So I had to block him. At least we finished 1-2. That's all I know. So looks good for Saturday.
Well, the Fords are going to be strong there, leading the field for Saturday's races. Is y'all finished 1-2, and as you said, for the majority of the race there, it looked like the 30 car was going to be able to hold everybody off and easily run away with the pole, but somehow you got those other 3 cars up there and made a couple moves to get around him, and again, another good race there coming off of turn 4 as interesting coming there to the start-finish line.
Yeah, it was a good race. So.
Well, we hope that Saturday's race at Daytona is every bit of as exciting as it was here tonight. And again, congratulations on the pole, and we look forward to talking to you Saturday.
All right, we'll see you Saturday night.
Well, we leave here at Daytona after the Daytona duels. The 14 is going to be in the starting row in the pole position when the green flag drops on Saturday, with the 30, his teammate in the Ford on the outside row. And Fords really showed a dominating performance here in this race, and made the right adjustments, made the right pit stops, and we're both up there at the end when it came down to it. But if there's one thing that I do want to point out, other than the strong showing by the 14 and the 30, is the other 3 cars that caught those first 2 cars. If you're not running with your manufacturer teammates and you get hooked up with somebody else, I'm sure that those other 3 cars, in fact, we'll see if the 32's still in here and get that 32's thoughts on that. 32, this is Mike. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, tough break there. The 14 got the pole, but those 3 cars, you, and the other 2 that were with you, really made it interesting there coming down to the end. And that got me to thinking, if you get shuffled out away from your manufacturers during the race on Saturday, if you find those other 2 cars, I'm sure you feel like y'all can work well together to get to the front.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of communication. Just out there talking and racing good and letting each other know where we're at.
Well,
go ahead.
It looked like the 14 and the 30 were going to stay well out ahead of everybody, and just out of nowhere, you and the 2 other cars came up behind them in a quick hurry and caught them. That's got to give you a lot of confidence going into Saturday, knowing that you can catch a leader like that.
Oh yeah, it should get everybody confidence that was with us, man. I mean, we were running pretty good. We were keeping connected, keeping in that drive, go fast.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us, and that's going to do it for us here tonight at the Daytona Duels. The 14 car takes the pole going into Saturday's race, and we will be back Saturday to broadcast that race for you. This is Mike, and we will see you Saturday.